Hi everyone, it's 26 Bond, it's Rob from the UK. I'm going to do another little video. I've not done one for a long time now, not a long one. This one's going to be some Kiss finds that I've managed to pick up recently. So it's bootlegs, Japanese stuff, some misprints as well, which I'm going to start with right now. Now you might, those of you that know me on Facebook know that I recently bought off eBay for about a tenner this, which is a complete copy of Kiss Alive 2 from the States from 1977. It's got all the inserts, all the tattoos and everything like that. But what the seller didn't say is that it's the misprinted version. So if you see Detroit Rock City, below there is Take Me, and that's a song which actually isn't on the record. And if you look on side 2 it says Hooligan, that's not on the record. And the next column across, side 3, Do You Love Me, is not on the record either. So nobody really knows how many of these misprints exist. It started off with there being 50 in the world. Some people thought, others thought much more. But they're very hard to come by and they're very expensive. So lo and behold, my dad at a car boot sale, I think, or a charity shop, found this. Another copy of Kiss Alive 2. And I remember him phoning me and saying, "Oh, I managed to get you a Kiss album." And I said, "All right." And which one? Alive 2, he says. I said, "Oh, can you just check the track listing on the back?" And I said, "What's the second song on side 1?" And he says, "Take Me." And I nearly dropped the phone because it's another misprint, and this one was £1. And this one isn't. The vinyl's great. It's almost near mint, really. It plays really well. It hasn't got any of the inserts like the booklets. It's got the inner sleeves and things like that, but it hasn't got the tattoos or the merchandise sheet. But I just thought I'd show you that. So it's my second Alive 2 misprint. Some people pay £100 each for these, and I've got 2 for about £11–12. Luck, guys. Absolute luck. A couple of new things I've got. This is the MTV Unplugged vinyl copy. I think this is the first pressing on black vinyl. It's a double album. They did do, I think, a reissue. The second press was on yellow. This is on black vinyl. The first pressing came with a poster, which I shall show you. It's a good record, this one. This was the show that they did where Ace Frehley and Peter Criss performed a few songs. There you go, that's the poster. So basically it's the inner part of the CD. And this was really the start of the reunion, which took place in 1996, which I saw, funnily enough, the last show of that in London at Finsbury Park in 97. That was the last show of the reunion tour. Obviously the band then made, get this back in, the band then made Psycho Circus, and it all really began to unravel again. I saw them at Wembley in March 99. It was a good show, but it wasn't quite the same feeling. You could tell Peter Criss and Ace Frehley didn't really want to be there. It was a little, they'd sort of dialed it in a bit. But yeah, so I'm very, very pleased to pick that one up. I think I got that one from eBay. Another eBay purchase is this. This is Kiss This, live in Rome 1980. This is a bootleg picture disc. Very, very famous in Kiss collecting circles, due to the graphic nature of the picture on side B, which I'll just show you ever so quickly. There you go. Now who can guess what's going to be the little profile picture for this video? YouTube are guaranteed to select that frame there that I just showed. Typical. Me and a Willie. So there you go. Kiss This. Not so good sound on this one. It is a bootleg, but it's a cool thing to own, and I love that photo session that they did there. One of the evilest Gene pictures in existence, in my opinion. Another picture disc, not a bootleg, this one. This is part of the Dutch series of picture discs that they reissued in the early 80s, mid 80s, I think about 85. They're all numbered up to 1500. This is number 716, and of course this is Creatures of the Night. I also have Killers like this, and I've got 2 more coming, so the next video you'll see a couple more of these. I love them. I think they're great. They sound great. The actual sound of this picture disc is as good, in my opinion, as the black vinyl. So whoever pressed these picture discs got it right. So it's brilliant and a lovely collector's item. Next record, I'm not sure if I've showed you this, but this is Paul Stanley's complete Japanese copy with poster and everything like that. I'll show you the inserts you get with this one. You get the inner sleeve, you get the poster. Now, if you haven't seen this, on the US and Japanese ones, they had a poster which you basically put together. It's a bit like a Kiss mural, really. This was like, I think, part 1 of 4. So you stuck them all together, and they all joined up and everything like that. And quite nice, quite nice. This also comes with Japanese lyric sheet as well, which is really nice, this one, because it's got like a black and white picture of the album cover, some nice shots of Paul in concert, and of course Japanese and English lyric translations as well. A really, really good copy. I use EIL.com a lot for my Kiss stuff. Now I know they're not the cheapest, but their condition's usually good and their gradings are accurate. So I don't mind spending a little bit more to get a good product, and there you go. That is a very nice copy of that. Another one, this is Kiss's debut. This is the first pressing from 1976. Now the Japanese albums weren't issued in order. This wasn't the first one in Japan. The first issue in Japan was Dressed to Kill, which comes with the Blue Smoking Man label on it. So this is actually the 1976, which was the first pressing of the debut in Japan. As you can see, it's got a nice obi with a live shot from 75. So that gives you a clue that this wasn't released in 74. Obi on the back. It's slightly scratchy, this one. It doesn't play as well as a lot of my Japanese ones, but once again you've got that lyric Japanese and English translation lyric sheet with infos, with a nice sort of part of the cover on the front, and then it tells you about the discography available in Japan when this was released. And as you can see, all the later albums were released at that time as well. So a great one for the collection. Really good record. I've not played this for a while, their first album, and you almost forget how good it is. But it's got all the classic tracks on it. It's very Stonesy, you know. It's just great. Good album. Another Japanese one to show you is this. Another copy of Alive 2 with the wide band Obi, which is a lovely photograph of the band taken by... oh, blimey, what's his name? Taken by... Stay there. Not Chip Rock, the other guy. Oh, God. What's his name? Barry Levine. Barry Levine. Sorry, I had to get that right because that would just annoy me. If you notice here on the cover, those songs which are obviously on the misprint aren't on here. So Detroit Ross did the next track's King of the Nighttime World, which is As the Record Plays, not Take Me. So there you go. That's what a proper one looks like. Everybody loves this picture. Look at that. The band in full flow. And this one is a complete copy. So you have the booklet in mint condition. I won't show you too much of inside the booklet, but the booklet actually is the Japanese one. It's got the VIP code on it, so you can tell it's somebody's not just put an American one in there. Once again, you have that, the translation. There we go, and all that good stuff. And what else comes with this one? Oh, you've got the inner sleeves, which you get on the US version as well. And I wonder if this one... Yeah, this one came with the tattoos as well. There you go. That's the tattoos. So slightly different to the US ones. It's got more of a blue tinge to it than a yellow tinged paper. Obviously used a different factory to produce them, I would guess anyway. So there we go, Kiss Alive 2. Brilliant live album, and if you want to get into sort of mid-70s Kiss, it's a great record to get. This is very limited. This is a 12-inch, a UK 12-inch in conjunction with the Kiss Crazy Fan Club, of which I was a member in the late 80s. This is one of 300. And it's God Gave Rock and Roll to You, Detroit Rock City, I Was Made for Loving You and Rock and Roll All Night. Issued around 93 as a promo for the Alive 3 album. I'll show you the vinyl, it's just a bit different. And there we go. So advanced DJ copy. There you go. Plays really, really well. The sleeve has a little touch of damage on it, but I still bought it because it's very, very hard to find. Used to be able to buy this via the fan club. I think Kiss Strike fan club used to sell this as well, which sold for about £15 or 15 Deutschmarks as it was back then. There you go. Something you don't see every day, and I'm really, really pleased to get that into the collection. Another bootleg album. This is from the Australian Kiss Convention tour. This is called Reunion, the outtakes. Plays rather nicely. It's basically Kiss doing a mini version of Unplugged at one of their conventions. And there you go, there's that one. I was stoked to get this one the other day on eBay. Something about like £30 or something this cost me, I think. This is Sonic Boom. This is an original pressing on purple vinyl. There we go, nice gatefold. I'll show you the record. There you go, it's in a sleeve with the lyrics on the back. It's a nice purple vinyl, this one. There we go. Very nice purple vinyl. Great record. I actually prefer this one to Monster. A lot of people don't. I just think it's a little bit more interesting to me, personally. And certainly the vinyl issue, which I think was done in 1,000 of each colour. There was 4 colours: red, green, purple and blue. That's a beautiful poster. And it's just a little bit more, certainly the vinyl pressing of this, there was a lot more care and attention taken. The Monster pressing I thought was a disappointment. They could have at least put something like a lyric sheet in there or anything, but they just didn't, which was a real shame. Maybe they'll reissue it one day with extras or something, I don't know, but it was poor really for Kiss. So that Sonic Boom's a great record. Get it in your collection if you don't have it. Ex-Kiss guitarist Vinnie Vincent. This is a really hard to find bootleg from the mid-80s. I think this was released in the mid-80s. 87 it says on here, which would be about right. Now this is sort of a double vinyl bootleg on black vinyl of Vinnie Vincent's demos, Kiss live tracks, and all sorts of things from his tenure during his time with the band. Very hard to find this one in good condition. Managed to pick this up as an eBay purchase, and I was really pleased to get it because I do appreciate his guitar work in Kiss. He does have some strange habits perhaps, but there you are, Vinnie Vincent sporting his beautiful pink Jackson guitar. So I was really happy to get that one. Another bootleg is called this one. It's the Kiss of Death from the Crazy Nights tour in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, 87. Peculiar cover and a not era specific picky on the back. This one came in all sorts of different vinyl. This is just a black one, but it's a good sounding bootleg, this one. And there's some unusual tracks on there, such as Bang Bang You and Kiss playing a lot of love. So good bootleg to pick up, and not the most expensive one either. Another bootleg is Stoned in Paris. This is the reissue. I believe the first press came in a black cover with like a green logo. This is taken from Kiss's first European tour, their performance at Olympia on the 22nd of May 76. So there's lots of bootlegs, such as Blitz London, which have a very similar set list. So they were playing a couple of tracks from the yet to be released Destroyer. For example, Shout It Out Loud, Flaming Youth's on here as well. So pretty good sound. There you go. All good. Bit of the Spaceman here. This is a very early live concert of Frehley's Comet. This is called Back in the Groove. And this was recorded at Lemoore, New York City, March the 9th, 1985. Really doesn't come up very often at all, this one, on all the auction sites. and some very unusual tracks played live here, such as Audio Video, Stranger in a Strange Land. So a lot of the tracks which came on the first album from '87. But I like Frehley's comment. I wish he'd do more work with them. Really, I wish he'd get Richie Scarlett back in, and John Reagan, people like that, and do some more work. So I think his best solo stuff, apart from obviously his Kiss solo album, was done with those guys. So there you go. Nice picture of Ace on the back. Another bootleg. This is Kiss Still Love You live in Leicester on the Lick It Up tour in '83 at De Montfort Hall. Nicely produced bootleg here. Once again featuring Vinnie Vincent. And this one does come with the insert sheet as well, which is a nice touch, with just some quite random clippings on there. Now the records on here, bootlegs often just have white labels, a bit like test pressing. Oh, got it out again, hang on. But this one actually comes with some rather nicely designed labels, as you can see there, which I thought was quite a nice touch. They did issue this bootleg on double picture disc, I think slightly later than this original record. So keep an eye out for that one. That tends to go for more than this. You can get this for about £35, about $50 US. So there you go, cool picture on the front. Another bootleg, a little bit like the Stoned in Paris, but this is taken from Detroit. This is Shout It Out Loud. And it's basically a bit of a hodgepodge cover of pictures from the Alive booklet put together, with a bit of a haphazard cover. But Bud Records made this one. They did a lot of the bootlegs around this time, such as the Lunchbox bootleg as well of the London show from the same era. There's that one there. Sounds okay on that one. And then the last one for today is Ace Frehley's Anomaly. Now this has just been reissued on two different colours, blue and green vinyl. This is an original copy I managed to pick up on eBay. Played it the other day. It plays great. It's near mint condition. It's a gatefold cover. Nice picture of the Space Ace in the middle with his Les Paul above his head, ready to cause maximum sonic carnage. And then finally, this is the silver version. It's like a marbled splatter silver, which is really cool. And it's a good album actually. I had it on CD and I didn't play it much. I always find with vinyl you do tend to listen to things a little bit more closely. CDs and MP3s, they're almost too easy to turn off. With records, you've got to make a bit of an effort. You've got to get up and turn it over, and you've got to pay a bit more attention. And because I listened to this on vinyl, it actually impressed me more. So that's something to sort of think about and consider about records as well compared to CDs. There's a bit more of a commitment from the listener going in when you use these and play them. So Ace Frehley, Anomaly, recommended if you like his guitar work. There's some quite heavy tracks on here. So there you go. Guys, absolute pleasure to talk to you again. There'll be plenty more videos coming up really soon. Like I said, there's some more of those limited Dutch bootlegs coming. So they're beautiful records and they play great, and you don't see them a lot on YouTube. So take care everyone, speak soon, stay well, and talk to you soon.